Do you think you know the real Teresa?
You're a grudge holder.
I tried to talk to you at the roller rink. You walked away from me twice.
Boom!
You don't do it, but you don't. You know what? You and I don't agree on what a friend is. We totally don't. I'm nice, you're not.
A few minutes later.
That she always is. I learned that word from you, babe. Good, you should learn more from me. I should. How to be a bitch and a friend.
Is it that serious?
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're gonna be looking at the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I'm not a big like watcher of New Jersey, just because, like, I mean, it never really resonated. I watched last season 12, and it was kind of good. I was just like, okay, I see what's going on. You know, I'm still in Houston for work. I fly out next Thursday, so I'll be here for a minute. Right. But don't mind these bags on my eyes. I just woke up. I'm tired. I got off work over here visiting the site around 3 o'clock. Had to make sure everything, all the ducks are in a row, learn as much as I can. So yeah, I'm excited to be, you know, flying around the country with my job. It's great. The whole Joe and Melissa and Teresa thing, like, I know the backstory. I've watched New Jersey before, so I'm not just aloof and vapid of the situation. I'm kind of over it at this point because at some point I feel like Teresa's happy. If she's happy, let her be happy. If Louis is just a creep, a wolf in sheep's clothing, let him be. Because if she's telling y'all like, hey, this is my man, don't pop my love bubble, this, that, and third, you can't then talk about, well, you know, I was looking out for you. She didn't want you to.
I don't give a
But let's just get into the drama, the family drama of it all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
So basically the episode starts with Dolores, and she basically talks about how she was surprised and that, you know, she has her new man. She's just like, oh my God, you know, oh my God, this man, he makes me feel good. He makes me feel special. He's so different from all the other guys. But my whole thing about it is, like, you know, I'm not mad at it at all, but Dolores, you have a man like every 2-3 seasons. So it's just like, girl, I'm not mad. Like, girl, like, find your man, be in love, but don't sit up here and be like, this man made me different. No, he didn't. He cute to you. And that's all that matters. Dolores, we love you, girl. So we go to Melissa and Joe, and they talk about they're moving again. They're trying to move before their daughter's 17th birthday. And like, my whole thing is like, I don't know if they are just like sitting on a pile of money, but that's a lot of moving, especially for the type of house that they have. Yeah. What do y'all do? Melissa, I get what you do. Nothing. But yeah, so Melissa's basically having a roller skating 80s party, and she says, like, you know, I'm the girl for the 80s. I'm like, when you talk about the 80s, you talk about me. I can't really speak about it because I wasn't born in the 80s. I was born in the 90s. So I'm just like, okay, I mean, I guess you're the girl for the 80s, but okay, cool. Like I said, I'm in the middle of the situation. Jennifer, she's saying that, you know, somebody put the evil eye on her and she feel like it's Dolores. And I'm just like, girl, I get y'all went at it a little bit at the reunion. It wasn't even like a big like blow up. They just went at it. She was just saying, look, I was there for you. She was like, you weren't there for you. Dolores, I mean, I feel like Dolores was there for Jennifer. I mean, Dolores almost beat Jackie's ass. Come on. So I'm just like, I do feel like Dolores was playing it very much like, if this right is right, if it's wrong, it's wrong. I'm sticking for Jennifer, but if Jennifer's wrong, she's wrong. But she did say that you are you're undefendable. I think that really hurt her, and she called her that. So that part, I'm like, okay, cool. I can see why she's mad, but it seems very forced to me. They both talk about each other and then talk about they're not cool, but they're both saying the same thing, but they're both trying not to talk to each other. They're avoiding each other, but they're saying the same thing. Like, yes, I don't know why she doesn't like me. I don't know why she doesn't like me. Like, yes, you do. You know why y'all having beef. Y'all just don't want to talk to each other. If y'all want to talk to each other, just let it be that. But they don't want to do that. Joe is mad Melissa is not in Teresa's wedding, and my whole thing with this is, if y'all don't rock with Teresa and y'all not cool with Teresa, then why would you want to be in her wedding in the first place? If y'all talk about she is so horrible, she did this to me, she did that to me, family, Ohana, this, that, and the third. I'm just like, girl, if y'all was never cool, like y'all say y'all was never cool, and she was this, and the third, she's evil, she's this, that, and the third, then why would you want to be her wedding? That would be like a second thought, like, oh, I'm not her wedding? Okay, well, you know, cool. But y'all making it to something it's not, and that's why I just felt like with Joe and Melissa, for me, if y'all was my sister or brother, like, I'm just like, y'all gonna drag me like this? Now, don't get me wrong, Teresa be doing it too. Teresa's not no saint. But I'm just like, the juxtaposition of it, like you see when Teresa's over here celebrating her 50th birthday, and then Joe and Melissa's at home talking shit, it's just like, happy, miserable. Like, it gives that. Blame the producers. So Teresa, she's like in her love bubble. She's over here just like, oh my God, you're so cute, all that. She's like, yeah, you know, she having her 50th birthday, and you know, Louis' family come over to celebrate her birthday, and they all seem like very nice. It seems very much give my representative, like nothing major has happened in the family to test our relationship. So yeah, you know. Then they flash back over to Joe and Melissa, and they, like I said, they're upset with Teresa about her, and they basically don't know if, you know, Teresa and the relationship's gonna last. My situation with someone in my family is just like, I feel like I've tried to connect with this person, and I feel like I can't keep on going back and forth and doing a tango when I'm just tired of trying to go back and forth and just having someone constantly cross the line. I don't even need you in my life. If you're not in my life and I don't talk to you, I would like to, but if I don't talk to you for the rest of my life, I'd be cool. Basically, Teresa's over here mad at Joe. She wants him to be there for her 50th birthday, but she doesn't understand why Joe's mad. My whole thing is at the reunion, you agree with Jennifer, and she said, yeah, you are a bitch boy to your brother. Now, if my sister ever said that to me, we're going to have problems. Like, I would never disrespect my sister would never disrespect me. To ever call me like something like that at all. So for me, I feel like Teresa did cross the line, because that's your brother, period. Why would you even dare say something like that about your brother? Even though he might be, like, I do feel like Joe be in the mix a lot, just like Peter, just like Sergio. But, you know, so it's a rose game party, and yeah, everybody looks accurate. I mean, I don't know if, everybody's cute. That wasn't my era. I was 90s. Right? Early 90s. Melissa and Margaret, they basically talk about Teresa coming and she doesn't know how she feels because, you know, Teresa treated her last year, and I feel like Margaret, to be honest, some of it was earned because you were relentless with what you were saying about Louis. Yes, we get that Louis was a creep. Yes, we get that it was kind of weird. Yes, we know Louis was love bombing. Yes, we know all this. But at the end of the day, if she does not give why do you? And that's what was my question watching it, because I binge watched that whole season. Like, why do you care? Right. Meet the new friend, Jen. I call her Jen F. Like, I don't know, Jennifer Fessler. Don't ask me. But Margaret falls, and then we see her go to the desk and try to get her like something for her wrist, because she like her wrist hurt. Teresa walks past her, and she's just like, you know, I'm in therapy now, very much namaste. I'm trying to basically communicate better. So she walks up to Margaret like, hey, you know, I want you to come over to my house so we can, you know, talk and just like really reconnect. She was like, you want to come to your house so you can bury me in the back, or what's going on? So Margaret's very much apprehensive, which, I mean, cool, as she should, but I really don't feel like they realize the power that they can have if they would team up and actually be cool, because they are the main adversaries in this, but we'll see. So we see the new housewife, Danielle. She's very cute. She's loud. She's very Jersey Shore, right? Very Jersey Shore. She's a friend of Teresa's, and basically she's related some way to Caroline Manzo. Don't ask me how. It's something with the mother and the father. I don't know. But Jennifer and Dolores, they see each other and they're avoiding each other on both parts, because they both want to say, oh, she's avoiding me or she's avoiding me. They're both avoiding each other, because Jennifer was like, yeah, I'm avoiding her. I see her, I'm gonna walk away. Like, Dolores will walk into the conversation, Jennifer will exit it. She did that twice. But, you know, we also see Rachel. I feel like Rachel's very gorgeous. She's Melissa's friend. She is the youngest in the group, damn near my age. Woo. And she's, listen, chat, I'm almost her age. Let's say that, because that made me say I'm older than her. See Joe sitting down with Frank and Dolores, and they talk about Teresa, and they're like, Joe, you know, like hopefully y'all can figure it out, because you know family is everything. Ohana means family, all of this. And I'm just like, at the end of the day, why does everybody try to fix they're trying to fix their relationship? They're just like, yeah, you know, the parents say stick together, you know, the parents passed away, that's one thing they want y'all to do is stick together.
If they don't want to, then they don't have to.
Y'all be forcing it, and I feel like it just makes it worse because Joe is so hot-headed, Teresa is stubborn. So I'm just like, y'all put too much energy into it. And you think about it, all the energy with all these people putting around to make something work, that is like a ticking time bomb or a balloon ready to pop. Like, the girls gather around, and you know, Dolores come up last, and you know, Jen's tried to skate away, and Dolores clocks and she's like, don't walk away.
Wait, Jennifer, come here. Don't walk away. Danielle.
Hold on.
It's the second time you're walking away.
I'm sorry.
Tell you, do you want?
Oh, this is your second time doing that. Don't do that. So she invites all the girls to a sexy calendar shoot for the men. Girl. So I'm just like, I mean, we'll see what happens with the calendar shoot, but I'm just, some were surprisingly good, and most were what I expected to be. At the end of the party, we basically segue over to Danielle. We finally see her official intro to the show. She's a mother. She is basically the head of household. And when I'm watching her and seeing her family on the show, it's just so natural, and just like you could tell that they are just comfortable, and it feels like they're being themselves. So I like that aspect where it doesn't seem very forced, like how Drew was her first season. It was very forced, right? So after we leave Danielle's house, basically Margaret is over here prepping like her hand, try to go to Teresa's house. She's like, yeah, I'm going to Teresa's house, and I gotta figure out, just make sure that we're gonna be good, because I just don't want to end up in a grave in the backyard. Everyone meets, and they talk about last year, and Teresa says, like, you know, everything you said about me was week after week after week, and you expect me not to blow up on you. And Margaret was like, I was just concerned about you.
Margaret, it was week after week me hearing something negative about him. And it was all coming from you. Because we were concerned at the time.
My whole thing is, if you were concerned, she's telling you stop talking about my business, stop talking about it. It was simple, to be honest. To be honest, I felt like Margaret was asking for it. To be honest. Don't get me wrong, I get that, the optics of Louis, and I get the whole thing, but I'm like, it seemed like he's very good for her. I see, like, you know, the love bombing, you know, being weird in the video, looked like he was over here in a circle jerk. I mean, it was very, so, you know, that's what they do. If you, have y'all not seen the TikToks where they talk about the ookie? That's what they do. So Teresa talk about, like, you know, her you know, she's over here trying to talk and explain herself. She's like, you did this to me, you did this to me, and Margaret's trying to talk, and Louis cut her off. He was just like, look, you're cutting her off. She's like, no, I'm not. He said, you just cut me off.
You have to listen to Margaret.
I am.
No, because you're cutting her off, and you're
I'm
speaking
not cutting her off.
No, you just cut me off.
Okay, sorry.
So she was like, okay, cool. Margaret explains herself. They come to a better realization, like, look, I have no beef with you. I want to move forward. Let's move forward in a better place. Let's be cool. They ended there. They're cool now. So cool. Teresa talks about she's going to therapy, and she feel like it's very good for her. I feel like therapy is a great thing for everyone. Margaret then also brings up Joe. She was like, so what's going on with you and Joe, Melissa? Why she's not coming to the wedding? And like I said before, just like with Dolores, just like in the beginning with Joe, y'all keep feeding this monster of like this relationship y'all want to have with Joe and Teresa. Y'all keep feeding it. It's going to blow up. Like, there's so many people talking about them and that energy. I was just like, girl, why are you bringing it up? And then she ran it back to them, because Louis was like, you know, it's an insecure woman to talk about another woman. Like, who does that?
What about Melissa and Joe? I know there's issues. Hey, come here, that's my sister-in-law. You don't do that.
No, it shows actually insecurity from a woman.
Oh, and I was just like, ooh, ooh. So I already knew they were gonna cause drama. So we're at Margaret's house for the calendar shoot, and you know, the men, I'm not even gonna throw shade. Out of all the men, I feel like Evan, Joe, a little bit of Louis was pretty good. There was no like husband that was like, oh my god. Would this be a calendar that I would have bought? No. Now, would I would have bought a calendar shoot with Gertie's husband Russell at the fire station, I might. I might. But Margaret goes over to Melissa and Joe. She tells them about, you know, Teresa apologizing.
Admit that you had displaced anger towards Melissa and Joe. Yeah. She said to me, point blank, you didn't say enough to back Louis up.
You know, say she apologized, and then she also brings up that, you know, Louis called Melissa insecure about reading the text to the group. And Melissa's like, I was trying to help everyone, and I was trying to tell them to not talk about it. So for them to try to come for me is crazy.
Insane. Me telling everybody, hey guys, she doesn't want to talk about Louis is a problem. It makes me a very insecure woman. I mean,
Melissa, you trying to flip the situation. When you read that, when everybody was in the pool, you wasn't trying to help nobody, especially Teresa. You were trying to put her on blast. One, you were trying to show everybody that she was telling you what to do, and like this is your relationship with her. Two, y'all was trying to make fun. Like, can you believe her, this and the third? You was not trying to help. So for you to try to make the narrative, like I was trying to help Teresa, lies. Dolores' man shows up and everybody's like, oh my God, Dolores, that's your man. Oh my God, they kiss. And I'm like, he gives very much ex-con with like bright white veneers. So I was just like, okay, Dolores, okay. I mean, no shade, but okay. Does he look like, to be honest, Dolores ain't got no type at all. This Dolores does not have a type. Because I thought the finest man she was dating was David the doctor. So Jen is with the new girls and and she's talking about Dolores. Jen says she didn't even come up to me and say hi yet. Like, that's so rude. Like, what is going on with her? Like, and then Jen starts spazzing on Rachel because Rachel was just like, okay, you know, you're basically mad at her for a situation, but you're calling her a hypocrite, but you're acting like a hypocrite with the whole situation of like last year.
Critical. I mean, you're married to somebody that cheated on you and you're literally chastising her for the same thing. How did I chastise her? Give me an example. Well, I'm just saying, you don't even know. You're saying that and you don't even know.
And she was like, how do you know? You don't even know. What do you know? To be honest, I feel like Rachel did her research and she watched the show. So she watched the show. She's 31 years old. Obviously, she watched the show. But I feel like in this situation, just like, you don't know because you weren't here in this. So how do you know? So I think that's where Jennifer was coming at. But I want to bring something up. A lot of people want to come at Candace about the way Candace like retaliates and like cut with her words. To be honest, Candace doesn't have anything on Jennifer. When I say Jennifer, the aggressiveness, Jennifer B, she be this, she be in your face, she be. I can see somebody beating the shit out of her. Not saying that they should, but I can see somebody just quick. I can see it because that girl got a mouth. So like I said, Jennifer is spazzing on Rachel. Rachel's sitting there just like, okay, so what is that about?
What the was that?
Girl should have kept your mouth closed. But you know, Rachel pulls Dolores to the side and she's like, you know, I'm very upset. She's very upset and crying. Like, I don't know what's the deal.
I understand why you're upset. She was crying. Dolores didn't talk to me. I'm telling everybody at the party how she feels about me, but me.
Jen then makes her way around the room, talking about Dolores to everybody. And I can see where if I was Dolores, I'd be pissed off. I'm like, okay, you got so much to say and you just really just talking. Say it to me. Say it to my face. Be brave enough to say it to me. Dolores goes up to Jen and pulls her to the side. And she's like, let's talk. And she was like, oh, I would love to. Certainly. Gosh. Oh, so why did Jackie try to make a moment? I want to see if y'all caught it. Why did Jackie try to make a moment with Rachel? Because Rachel's talking to Melissa about the situation.
I didn't say something. You haven't looked at me once during this conversation. Oh, no, I just think it's nice, like, social skills. These bitches took the energy right out of me. Sucked it right out.
I'm happy Rachel was just like, okay. And just brush her off because I'm just like, girl, you really trying to make a moment? Goodbye. But here's the big bulk of this situation. Jen is in her feels slighted by Dolores, and she's like walks away from her twice during the roller skating rink. And Dolores was just like, you know, I tried to come up to you, I tried to talk. She like, you weren't trying to talk, you were just trying to just like do the whole charity thing. I'm here to support you, this and the third. Dolores and Jen agrees that they, you know, have different definitions of friends. She was like, I was a friend to you. She was like, but you weren't a friend to me. You didn't have my back. Basically, Jennifer saying it to Dolores.
You weren't making eye contact with me. You didn't seem like you wanted to talk to me. And the last time we were together and I was just telling you just a glimpse of how I felt, your instinct was...
So at the end of the day, you know, they start arguing, and somehow they talking about, you know, my definition of a friend is different than yours. And then Jennifer's like, yeah. She said, I'm nice, you're not.
Defendable, but I still do it. But you don't. You know what? You and I don't agree on what a friend is. We totally don't. I'm nice, you're not. We're good.
And then she storms off, makes this big old scene. Dolores is standing there stuck on stupid. And I have to be honest right now, like, Jennifer is kind of not my favorite at all. She used to be. I just feel like right now she's coming very hard and aggressive. For it doesn't give that, but she ate Dolores up.
This, do you know how to communicate? Learn how to talk near. That she always is. I learned that word from you, babe. Good, you should learn more from me. I should. How to be a bitch and a friend.
She walks in the room, she's like, she thinks she's that. She don't know what a friend is. Look at her. Bad built, muscle back. I can't believe her. Look at her. You want to call me a see you next Tuesday? And then she called her see you next Tuesday. She was like, yep, learned it from you. She did her big one. And Dolores was just standing there just like,
Really? She want to say that about me. She's a fool. She's a child. Crazy. She's a...
yeah. Jennifer ate Dolores up. It was effortless too. But they left, they storm out, and that was the episode. Y'all, let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Right. Peace.